Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. I don't ask for a lot, man. I just want to keep you out of prison. I want to keep you out here with your family, man. I want to keep you on the right track at the end of the day, man. Because if you still someone out here breaking the law, running around like a hula, man, you are in the way right now, man. I'm telling you right now, if ain't nobody else going to tell you, you are in the way if you're running around here in 2026, breaking the law, being a hula, man. Change your life around, man. Put that money to something better. Go legit. Get a regular job. It's better than being in prison. I'm letting you know now. You don't have to take my word. But all I want from you, man, is just to stay out the way. I don't want nothing else, y'all. That's it. So just stay out the way, man. Live your life. Your family needs you, man. I promise you that, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Tuesday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one? Like, share, subscribe, this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Hustling Got Him Put On. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man. A lot of crazy things happen all the time, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, a lot of people use things to their advantage, man. Like, you have people in there that have numbers, man. They might can do this. They might can fight good. They might be a good robber. They might be good with the hammers, man. Like, they might just be an all-around 100% goon. But what they don't have is a hustling bone in their spirit, man. A lot of them don't be having that, man. You'll see that on the street, and you'll see that in prison. A lot of dudes that's the real goons in there that's everybody scared of, they don't really know how to hustle. And it be like that sometimes, man. So sometimes they got to get it how they live, man. And you will see that a lot out here or in there, man. But in there, it's a little bit more different, man, because it's like you signing up for protection, kind of like when you get under people, man, like because you need them. But, you know, compromising is compromising. They might need you for something. You might need them for something. And that's just how it going in prison, man. So, like, at the end of the day, y'all, with that being said, though, we are on Susses 2 for this, y'all. We are on Susses 2. And I can remember being in 4B for this one, y'all. We in 4B pod, man. This is around the time I'm moving around. I'm doing me, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of all over the place, man, because I'm still messing with the la-la. I'm just not too long out the hole for messing with the, getting caught for messing with the la-la. So I'm in here trying to mess with the la-la and get some la-la, man. So I'm all over the place in there, man. Like, I landed in a block where at first I was just trying to chill, stay out the way. But now, like, when you're in prison, man, sometimes you just got to keep to your routine, man. And my routine was trying to get some money. And the la-la, being able to mess with the la-la was a bonus. So, like, that used to be what I'm chasing every day, all day, man. Like, so that was my purpose in there. So that's what I'm doing in the block, man. So 4B had a lot of different people in there, man. They had little older dudes in there. They had some Richmond dudes in there. They had the red team in there. A lot of Tidewater dudes was in there, man. It was like it was a separated type of block with a lot of different people in there. Now, y'all already know how it go. Like, everybody from every place that I just named, they always gonna have people that's trained to go. He's the alpha male from this place. He's the alpha male from that place. That's just how it is in prison, man. So for the most part, even with all these people that I'm just naming that's in the block, like, everybody is getting along. It ain't no BS going on. One day they might strike. One day we might have it. One day the Richmond boys might have it. Like, it's just going back and forth like that. So it never was a major, like a discrepancy of things, because I'm the type, like, if I don't have it, like, I don't mind, like, rocking with a dude. That's why I got cool with so many dudes, and I really didn't have a lot of problems, because I never showed signs of haterness. Like, I never showed, like, I was one of those dudes, like, I ain't got it, I'm mad because I ain't got it. No, when I ain't got it, I develop friendships like this. I pull up on a dude from Richmond, me and him might ain't even have no conversation. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, look, I ain't coming with my hand out or nothing, man, but look, you know, I got my homeboys, bro. Look, man, I'm trying to see if I spend $25, can I get $25 a commissary? You know what I mean? To a commissary. So I'm gonna spend $50 with you. Or you can do it like this. You can let me send some money out and give me the stuff up front. Like, however you want to do it. Either way, I was a lot. Cause I really mess with that la. Everybody already know. Like, that's what I do. So either way, I was a lot. So that's how I developed a lot of friendships in there. So a lot of people was cool with me in there. I ain't even gonna lie, because I was one of the ones that would have it. I would have it a lot. Not a lot, but my hands will always be in it some type of way, because like I say, if I don't have it, I'm buying it. So that's what always made, like, I always had the package, because I'm always involved in it somehow. Like, somehow I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna buy it. My man might have it, he gonna shoot me down some, he gonna hit me with some. You know what I mean? It was different situations. So like, a lot of people in the block, from the Richmond dudes to the red team, a lot of dudes used to rock with me in there. So I can remember it was this one dude in there, man, like, and when he moved in the block, kind of like, he wasn't like a loner. He wasn't a loner because the city he got locked up from, that's who he was kind of trying to rock with. And I'm not gonna name the city where he was locked up from, but he came in the block hanging with that city. Like, and when he came in the block hanging with that city, even though he was hanging with that city, you still can tell that he wasn't from that city. He wasn't from that city. From his accent, you can tell. So I'm not even gonna say where he's from. I'm not even gonna say where he's from either, but we're gonna call him Prince. Now, Prince, he was kind of like a little slim, brown-skinned dude, man. Kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna say that he looked like a coward or shaped like a coward or nothing like that. But for the most part, though, like, when he moved in the block, he just was like a tag along with the other people. Like, but from his accent, you can tell. So the word got out in the block that, yo, he ain't like, but you will have people like that. You have dudes from New York, they get locked up in Norfolk and they run with the Norfolk dudes. Like, it just be like that sometimes. You know, they still gonna rock with the New York dudes, but like, at the same time, it be like that. Like, dudes from different states that get locked up in the counties or the cities where the jail is at, they gonna rock with those dudes. So that's how Prince was doing. Prince was running around kind of like rocking with the dudes from his city. Now, the dudes from his city, kind of like, it won't nothing but like 3 of them in the block. 2 of them were older dudes. 2 of them were kind of dudes that didn't really do nothing but chase the la-la, you know what I mean? Play cards. They didn't want much. They weren't trying to get no money. So they just was kind of like out the way, but they still was respectable in the block too. Now, the whole time Prince was in that joint, man, you can kind of see Prince. Prince was the one kind of like, you know, out of the whole crew, out of all of them, which was like 4 of them, you can see Prince was the one that, like, he was the more like aggressive when it came to like female COs. Like, he would turn the volume up. I ain't even gonna lie, like, that's what he used to do. Like, I tell y'all how those dudes is in penitentiary, that job be chasing the police all the time. Like, they super barracudas. So like, that's what he used to do. But like, at the end of the day, like, they either gonna pick you or they ain't. So like, you could be the one that's talking to them all day. If you ain't gonna get picked, it ain't gonna make no sense. So I watched bro for a while. Like, the whole time I've been in Fort Building, I used to see him. You know what I mean? But when he finally came over to our part, I see it up close. I see the dude Prince, how he be on the police. So he be on the police, I ain't never say nothing. So the 2 dudes that he used to rock with, the 2 older dudes, his city that he used to be rocking with, the older dudes, they end up getting in the fight in the gym. So we used to have like different little like pod basketball games, like in the wintertime and stuff like that. This pod playing that pod. So it's like different times, it'd be different games. So dudes would get to the gym. Long story short, they came back and packed up Prince, homeboy, and his friend. You know what I mean? Both of the dudes that they'd be together. So it was like his little crew, kind of like that was from his city, was gone. Now, that didn't stop Prince, because Prince wasn't even on it. Like, he was mad about that, because when you lose homeboys like that, like, I remember losing homeboys like that. I'm in the block with a few of my homeboys, 2, 3 of them go to the hole. Like, it give you a bad feeling. Like, I want if dudes think it's something sweet. Like, I want to, because you got to think like that, because prison is wicked. Like, prison is wicked like that. People sit and wait for their opportunity, man. They have nothing else to do but time. They don't have nothing else but patience. They don't have nothing else but to sit back and wait to see if a mistake gonna come on your end, y'all. So boom. So like, losing friends can make you feel a different type of way when that happens, kind of like. So Prince act like it didn't affect him though, because you will still see Prince doing him. Prince still was doing him. Now the whole time Prince in there doing him, it's probably like 8, 9 red team members in our block. I say about 8, 9 red team members now. The 8, 9 red team members in their block. We gonna call this dude BK. We gonna call him BK. He kind of was like the leader slightly, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he had a little stain kind of like, because he was from up top. And, you know, people listened to him because he, you know, he had a little bit more knowledge about the red team than the Virginia dudes. And on top of that, he wasn't a slouch either. So, like, he was one of those guys that kind of, like, people listened to and stuff. So, like, me and him was cool. I didn't really know him like that. I met him later on. But, like, me and him kind of, like, was cool around this time, too. Me and him would have different conversations because he used to be the type of guy that kind of, like, sometimes he would have the feezies and I would probably go buy for him. Or I would have the feezies and sometimes he would buy for me. So me and BK kind of had a friendship like that. So BK, like the whole time we used to be talking, kind of like, he was one of those dudes who used to be like, man, for real though, man. He was like, man, if I ever get it, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that, I'll be doing this. He was always one of them type of guys that'll talk about what he'll do if he had the package real major, you know what I mean? Like, you can say you're gonna do these things until it actually gets in your hand at the end of the day, man. But for real, like that used to be his dreams, kind of like he was like he wanted a big package, pause. He wanted to be the dude that's in the par that winning. He used to keep his clothes up to par. He was one of those sharp dudes, sharp with the gear, with the prison gear, keep it up to par, keep it fresh, edgy with the waves game. You know what I mean? Red team got major respect, like dudes respected, bro. So like he used to move around like that. Man, he never had a friendship with Prince. Him and Prince never really used to talk. I don't even think he used to look Prince Wayne. But like after Prince, two homeboys went to the whole kind of like, it was like, I don't know, like maybe it was that void of Prince losing his friends. Maybe that's when he was like, man, I need to start making some new friends. Now, when I saw Prince on the yard, like Prince was walking with BK. And like, for real, like, it's either two things if you're walking with BK, man. If you're not already part of the red team, you either want to be part of the red team or he trying to put a play together or something, man. Like, that's the only two reasons I can see, like, if Prince outside walking with BK, because I never seen him hanging apart. So the first person that picked up on it was my homeboy, man. And for real, him and Prince was jive all right. They used to be all right, like, because my homeboy used to mess with the two dudes from his way that went to the hole. So that's how he used to kick it with Prince. So when he seen me, he was like, let me find out Prince trying to be on the red team. We on the yard. He was like, let me find out Prince trying to be on the red team. Weezy, let me find out. So that's what I picked it. I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, man, you know, his homeboys went down. I was like, that's what happened. Like, you know, dudes might be feeling alone. He was like, what he feeling alone? He being already straight. Why he gotta join the red team? The red team don't make sense. He was like, man, he an idiot, man. He was like, I ain't never like him anyway, Weezy, man. So he telling me, and I'm like, man, you gotta let dudes make their own decisions. Like, we don't have no control over how somebody gonna feel or what somebody wanna do, man. Like, he might feel like this is what he need. So like, I was like, bro, I don't care what he do. Like, it's his life. He can do what he want. So we just left it alone and kept spinning laps. The whole time we were spinning laps, we kind of seen how BK kind of like was moving around with him slightly. Like, it looked like BK was kind of slightly introducing him to the rest of the homies. Now, I could have been wrong, and it wasn't proven, but that's what it was. That's what it was looking like. Like he was taking him around, introducing him. So by the time we get back in the block, it's like, you know, like still, you know what I mean? Like regardless of what he's doing or whatever the case, like I said, it's his business. So when we step back in the block, like he ain't around them. Everybody kind of went their own way. But when I looked up, I seen Prince talking to the lady. Now, the lady Prince was talking to, she didn't even work out building like that. But she was one of these ladies that was just out of order. Like, she would come, if she wasn't even working out building, she would still come to the building. Like, you would see her. It was like she did whatever she wanted, man. She was floater, messing around, be floating, going this way, going that way, man. It's like, for real, she had no, you know what I mean? She just did whatever she wanted to do. That's what I saw. So that used to be the one Prince was down on. He was down on this lady. I ain't even gonna say her name, ain't gonna make up no name, but Prince was down on her the whole time. So she used to show him love. Or whatever the case. So like, he never popped up and had like a package or nothing like that. He never did nothing like that. But once I started jive penning, kind of like him talking to the, you know what I mean? I started seeing, you know, like he getting a little bit more closer than what I seen. It's going on a month or so, like he's still talking to the same lady. So when I see her coming, like she 229 and she a CEO 229, she way over in our joint. And I see her coming to talk to bro. I took it upon me. You know what I mean? One day I had seen him with my homeboy that went up saying he was an idiot for talking to the red team that day. And I just pulled up on him. I was like, yo, Prince, what's up, man? He was like, oh, what's up, Weezy? What's good? What's good? I was like, look, bro, what's up? You ain't trying to get no money, bro. Like, I was like, what's up, man? Talk to me, man. I said, bro, listen, bro. I said, look, if they can go out Tidewater, bro. I said, bro, listen, bro, I got you, bro. I can get a zip. I'll get you your own zip. I said, and I'll go half and we pay her. I said, you got some money? He was like, pay her? Got some money? What you talking about, bro? I was like, oh, so that's why I felt like he was trying to spin me. I'm like, what do you mean what I'm talking about? I was like, yo, the lady. I was like, I'm saying like, I be seeing you holler at him. I was like, you got that junk, don't you? He was like, I got that junk. Like, that was one of the first times kind of I felt like I was being too nosy. But like, I just felt like bro knew what I do. Like, he with my homeboy know what I do. He's supposed to know the count, y'all. So boom. I promise you, man. This man was like, what you talking about? Who? You talking about Miss Such and Such? Man, he straight spun me. Bro, spun me, y'all. That's my word. So I'm sitting there like, so I just kind of like brush it off. I couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Bro, do this. This was, I was thinking I can go there with him, but apparently I can't, which is cool. Because he's not really my friend or nothing like that. But I seen him talking to my homeboy, so that's why I went on and done what I did. But at the end of the day, he spun me. He got that. What lady? I don't know what you're talking about. You got that. I felt crazy because this usually doesn't happen to me. Usually I'm the one doing the spinning. Y'all know the count, man. But this was a different situation. So I took that joint like, all right, man. So he was like, nah, I'm chilling. Weezy. Like, so he spun me like, oh, like, all right. So I dip off. So when I dip off, my homeboy come back over there where I was at. And he was like, man, look, he looking weird. Like, he had his back to do it. I was like, I looked around and I was like, nah, he just went hopped on the phone. He got his back to us. He was like, yeah, look, when you left, he was like, how Weezy know that, man? How Weezy know that information? I said, so he do got the lady? He was like, I mean, he was like, he got it right, but he was like, it's a dude from Petersburg that Jai be hating on him. He was like, Jai got her too. And he was like, this dude sleep upstairs. You know what I mean? So he was like, dude that pulled up on him with his homeboys and told him like, yo, he better fall back and this and that. If he don't fall back, then he ain't gonna, you know what I mean? He ain't gonna do this and he ain't gonna do that. So he was like, he don't know what to do for real. He was like, for real, he ready to let the lady go. He said, that's why he spun you like that. He said, but he for real, he was about to ask you, can you holler at the Petersburg dudes? So like, I ain't even gonna lie, at that particular moment, y'all, like I'm the type of dude, like when I hear situations like that, of course I want to win. Of course I want to get some money, but all situations are good situations. Like I tell y'all that all the time. So it's been a lot of times in there that I have let stuff get past me. And like this right here, I was feeling like it was had to get past me because for one, like I'm not an idiot. Like I felt stupid. Like that was like a signal when I pulled up on him and he spun me. That was like God telling me like, this isn't the one, bro. So boom. That's how I took it. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like that. And I was just like, I'm glad he ain't asked me to do anything because I wasn't going to do anything because I'm not getting involved in none of that. Like, for real, like, he got dudes from Petersburg. I rock with the Petersburg dudes. He got dudes from Petersburg down his top. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, they got to handle that, bro. Like, he was like, I was just saying, like, that's what he said. I said, nah, let him know. I ain't, you know what I mean? Since he spun me, I was like, don't tell him because he spun me. I was like, just let him know I ain't interested. I was like, oh, good. I ain't getting in the middle of nothing. I like my situation. I don't got to do all that extra stuff just to get some work. Like, I ain't got time for that. So he was like, bet. So he peeled off. So it was crazy because later on that day, the lady came in our block. She don't even belong in our block. She come in the block to talk to him. So she talking to him. So I can see kind of like the Petersburg dudes kind of looking like they mad. You know what I mean? Looking like they mad. Kind of like not the dude he beefing with, the dude he beefing with upstairs. So when they call outside rec, that's when she kind of came out with us. So she came out in the salad board. So she out in the salad board acting like she helping out in the building. She's not even in our building. On everything, man. She's standing out there talking to bro. So the buildings from upstairs come, the parts from upstairs come. So the dude from 4D, he come down the steps. And he pin bro. So he see bro. He looking. You know what I mean? They standing out there and talk. So he see bro. So you see that? Looking at bro. So I was about to go out the door, but I fell back. Because we was right there. I come out kind of late. I see him talking to the lady. I see the parts from upstairs coming. So I fall to the side. On everything. Dude come down the steps. Dude was like, hey, man, didn't I tell you, man? What I tell you, man? Didn't I tell you, State, man? Didn't I tell you, man? What you hard-headed, ain't you? Dude older than him, bigger than him and everything. Prince is standing there. He like, man, didn't I tell you, man? You hard-headed, ain't you? Ain't you hard-headed? So the lady kind of like went by the door like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Man, this is my word, man. Old head dude stole on Prince. Boom! He caught Prince. Boom! Prince took the punch. When Prince took the punch, man, he got up. Boom, 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 boom. He started rumbling, dude. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, get him. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, ran dogging him. Boom. Dude, ran dogging. The police running down the boulevard. The lady looking like, I ain't breaking that up. She looking like, I ain't breaking that up. Man, this is my word. As soon as the police ran in that jump, she slid out. She slid out with the inmates. There was like mayhem in the hallway. As soon as she seen everybody coming in that door, she slid out the door, y'all. So boom. So she left Prince there looking crazy. Prince beat up, looking stupid. Dude beating him up. Boom, 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 boom. Police pull up a ball for him. They grab both of them, man. Take Prince to the beam. They take Prince to the beam, man. This is my word. Prince went to the beam. I was like, man, that was crazy. Like, they didn't rob him. Like, the beef looked like He was really telling Prince, like, don't talk to that lady. And like, for real, I told y'all how I be in there. Like, dudes be thinking that's their property when they get a female. Like, they'll get a female and they be treating that junk like that's their real property. They gonna fight, they gonna stab, they'll do whatever, man. Like, just to show that they ain't playing about their peoples. And that's what he did to Prince, man. Like, this man just got off on Prince like that, man. So they both went to the beam. Man. So it was crazy because you was hearing the rumors like, yo, they said the dude that John like bumped the lady. And I didn't see him bump the lady, you know what I mean? But that's what they was saying. It was like he John bumped the lady trying to attack Prince. So they was like, he might catch an assault charge behind the CO, the dude from Petersburg. So I'm like, this is crazy because how can a dude be telling another inmate not to mess with the lady and fight for the lady and the lady trying to get him up out of here? Because that's what it was sounding like. Long story short, man, they got dude up out of here, man. Dude got sent across the street. Susses one behind that, man, just for a fight. The word he was sending out, man, I ain't touched that lady, da-da-da. So through the time of him being in there, like a week into this, man, I promise you, man, Prince gets out the hole, man. Comes back in our pod. I promise y'all, when he comes back in our pod, he like, he stopped the car, he looked in the booth. He said, what cell I'm going to? She told him. He turned around and looked at the pod. He looking around. I'm standing by the table looking at him like, what we supposed to look at you like you some freaking war hero? So boom. She looking at us for like that. I'm looking like, how you back this fast? Dude get transferred. Man, I'm not saying like he the cops, but it was just like, it was fast. You know what I mean? Dude back there, it's the rumors about dude getting transferred. This before dude get transferred. It's the rumors about dude getting transferred. He get out immediately. Now it was a fight. He was the one that got beat up and everything. So he come out, his jaw a little knotted up. He looking all, you know what I mean? Like he don't know what's going on, but dude, nevertheless though, dude is in the beam. Dude is in the beam now. I promise you, 2 days go by. Next thing you know, as soon as that lady came back to work, she over in our building working. She's working our building. I don't know how she worked this out because she never really worked for a building. She's in the building working. I see her. I wake up in the morning. I see her. I'm like, man, she over here. She all on the boulevard. Word. We come back from breakfast. She all out in the pod. I look up. Who I see? I see, bro. I see the dude Prince standing. Yeah, he nodded up a little bit though. His jaw still jive, like healing. Like it ain't nodded. I mean, it's just his jaw. You can tell was in healing stage. Like it's you know, because he like brown skin dudes. So it was still a little bit bruised. It wasn't knotted. It was a little bit bruised. So he talking to her, and you know, he still acting like regular Prince. That's what he doing. Like he won't trip it. This time around, he moved him to cell 8. So it's like he on the bottom tier. The first time he was on the top tier. So like now he moving around like this regular old Prince. So he talked to the lady, man. Word that first day. Man, that first day he talked to the lady, man. I promise you, man, that next day, man, I wake up, the doors pop. I get up, get myself together. I come to the joint. I always come to the joint, stand on the tail like this, and just look around like, just chilling. I'm like, what's going on, man? I wonder what's going on. I thought I was tripping. That jump was like a cartoon. That jump was like, whoo. And it was coming like from the bottom tier. I was like, I smoked a la-la. I promise you, I was like, I looked over at my homeboy. He was like, he was giving me the look like, it's in here, Weezy. I say you think. So boom. I already knew it. I said, got it. He was like, yo. He said, bro, got it. I'm like, who? Like Prince. Like Prince. First thing, I ain't want to discriminate. I ain't want to be somebody that was on some major pettiness as a prison inmate. But the first thing came to my mind was this dude, the cream puff. I was like, who, the cream puff? That's what I said in my mind. I was like, you talking about bro? He like, yeah. He was like, holla at him, he got it. But all right. Stuff like this. Hey, yo, Prince. Yo. Holla at me, bro, you finished. All right. I go post up all about the stuff, just wait for him. You know what I mean? Talk to the dude. He finished talking to the dude, we pull up. You know, what's up, Weezy? I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? You got some lala? He like, yeah, what you trying to get? I'm like, man, for real, what you got? Weight? You got like, that's how you pick somebody. That's the, you know what I mean? Old head taught me that game. That's how you pick somebody, you throw that at him. You throw monkey wrenches at him, pause. You gotta say stuff like that. He like, yeah, I got some. I'm like, yo, so what you got? You got weight? You got like, what you got, J's? You got something like that? Cause he like, I'm saying like, it depends. Like, I can cover spoon, I can cover that. I can cover this, but yeah, like, hey, Prince. And I look up, somebody called me like, hold on. He went to the door, he like, the lady that's working the jump. She popped the door, the front slide, he go out. He go out in the hallway. Like 2 seconds, he come back in, run back in over there where I was at. He Talking like, yeah. Look, dude was like, yo, Prince, me all that when you finish talking to Weezy. He was like, all right. I'm like, yeah, bro. So, you know, it depends, whatever you can cover. Blah, 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 blah. He like, yeah, the dude was, hey, Prince. My word, man, bro was out there slanging and banging, y'all. So, boom. He had it lit, man. Everybody was calling his name. My homeboy was like, yo, Weezy, that joke's fire too, bro. I'm telling you, I'm like, for real. I'm like, yeah. So Prince was like, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm going to take care of you. Look, matter of fact, boom, boom, boom. Me and him do a little deal. He do a little spoon deal for me. I get the spoon game. We go in the room. Everybody talking like, yo, Prince got this. You know what I mean? Prince moving around. Like, Prince getting to that bag. And I wasn't mad at him at the end of the day because, like, at that particular moment, like, there weren't really no haters like that in there. There weren't no haters in there, man. Like, for real, man. Like, when somebody bring the pack to the pod, you want to kind of keep that person safe. You don't want to kind of bring that person out because he's bringing the pack to the pod. Not only the pack, like some good la-la. Like, he's bringing some good la-la to the pod. So that's what everybody in there talk about. So we went on and messed with the joint. The joint turned out to be like everybody was talking about. It was great. It was great. So we chilled in there, joked around, me and my homeboys. So after they did celebrate, we all come out. So we all come out, man. Everybody go back down the steps. Because we was in my cell messing with the la-la. We cut down the steps. We all out there just joke. We all standing out there joking. We looked over at like the back. Because my man slept at 15. So we used to be hanging out kind of like by the steps a little bit. Man, I promise you, I looked over down I looked down like when we were shooting dice at all the way in the back by the cleaning supply door. You looked over there, all you seen was the red team over that joint. You seen the red team over that joint. And then when I looked again, I double taked again. I looked. Prince was like, he was doing a handshake.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.